She looks sexy, bro.
Gotta bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go yak out of line. I'ma call up the whole team.
Alright, here we go. Alright guys, so got two 80 Avets here. We're gonna basically clean up the spools, which means we're gonna download, because you see he's gotten cut off and it's super loose. You know what I mean? So, and in order to do that, to fix them, I gotta down spool them, to re-spool them. Yeah. Alright. Since he wants 200-pound tests, I'm going to go ahead and put the 200 onto this 200 and splice it in. That way I can down spool it because it's too loose right now. And we'll go from there. See how this works out. Splice it. So I've had a few guys asking me on the channel, how do we splice? So what I do is I go about 8 to 10 inches into the braid here. I insert my needle, going away from the tag end, still staying towards the main line. So here's the cut end on this side, and I keep inserting the needle. So here, about the same, 8 to 10 inches. You can go more if you want, and you can actually go less if you want, but I've actually tested it where I needed only like 2.5 inches to hold the braid in place. So I'm inserting my other braid into the needle. Now I'm going to pull it through. And then I'm going to pull back on the inside, the inner core braid, to where now it's inside the needle, the braid right there. Now I'm going to go and cinch it down this way. And it takes a few times of putting pressure with my finger and pulling the braid out like this. It's taking up all the slack from the outer core over the inner core. Now when you get to the opposite side, I'm going to pull back on my outer core braid just a little bit, like 1/2 inch or so. And I'm going to insert the needle and go the opposite way, keeping the green line over the needle. And there, and about the same thing, 8 to 10 inches. If you go more, it ain't gonna harm the braid, guys, so just a heads up there, it won't harm it. But you will then insert the other tag in to the hollow core needle, or the loop end of the needle, and then you pull on it from the back side over here. Come on. There you go. I'm pulling it. Now I'm going to push my outer core over it, pulling my needle out. That should be enough. Now I'm going to take, on the opposite end, I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to squeeze the line. See how all that slack is in there? It's going to take, see that, how it closed that loop? Now I don't want it too crazy tight on itself right here. I want a little bit loose, so you see how it's kind of at the same angle that the braid is in. You see the weave in the braid? It's about the same angle. There you go. And then cinch it down and pull. See how all that slack is right there? And do that a few times to where you know there's no more excess braid on the outer core. You want it nice and flush against the inner core braid. Alright, and there is your hollow core splice, guys, right there. Alright, now I'm going to continue downloading this, and we can go from there. Oop, I left my needle outside, or not my needle, but my pigtail. Get rid of that tape as well. Finders just there. Now we can go ahead and set this up so we can go ahead and start re-spooling it. Go to our pan. Alright, now time to tie our Anaconda knot. Alright, to tie my Anaconda knot, I am wrapping the spool 8 to 10 times, which I got now. Now I'll grab my tag end and I will do a hollow core splice. The braid back in on itself, and this one, yes, I will splice in about 2 to 3 foot, only because that's how much braid it's going to take for the splice to come back through the loop I'm going to create. I'm What I mean by that is right here I'm going in about 3 foot. I'm going to insert my needle here, and I'm going to keep going until it's about to be hidden. So I'm going to hold it there. Here's my tag end. I'm going to take my tag end around my main line that I'm going to start spooling onto the reel. Insert my braid into my needle, and I'm going to keep going until I can pull all that braid into that splice. You had tape at the bottom of your spool, bro.
What's that?
You had tape, fitness tape at the bottom of your spool.
Tape?
Tape, yeah. That brown tape for like when you go get a.
The heck, that was in there?
Yeah.
Man.
Yep. So I'm fixing it right now. Alright, got that. Keep going. One more time. Okay. Leave a little bit of a loop here so it can travel up and down the main line as the spool heats up during the fight. It'll allow it to close. Now I'm going to pull my line through. Now you can see the thickness, or the thicker line, where it spliced back in on itself. Start wrapping around the spool, and here it goes. Now you can see the thick line is over here, so that means it came around the loop. You can see it better on this side. See how there's the loop? That's thick line. So there's the improved Anaconda knot, and look, this is why I call it Anaconda. Look at these. I'm gonna leave them loose. I'm gonna go real slow, but I want y'all to see this up close. I'm gonna hold the spool, and I'm gonna start putting pressure on it. See these outer strands? They're starting to torque on it like this. See that? That's why I call it the Anaconda knot, because it actually starts to grip it. See? Look. See? Tighten and then loosens over there. That's what I want. I want a knot to be able to move a little bit. So, see how that's kind of messy right there and it's nice and clean over here? Alright, that is what I want y'all to see, but watch this. Oh, you're still here? I thought you left a long time ago. almost 300 yards of the blue of 200. Now I'm going to go to the chartreuse on 200 on top. I called you the other day to go shoot pool. You never answered. Know that? Hey. Oh. Guess so. Later, brother. .600 yards of 200. Mm, 1,000 yards of 200 pound on here. Alright, 1,040 right there, which is not enough for the fishing he wants to do, so I'm going to have to add more 200 on there. So again, 8 to 10 inches in. Zoom out real quick for this. Insert my needle. Get the tag end of the other line. Insert it into the loop. Pull it up and over. Pull the needle out. Pull the inner core braid back to where it's hidden inside. There you go. And then pull out the slack. And then go to the other side. Pull it back just a little bit. Just a little bit. And insert the needle. And go the opposite way. Basically, all I'm doing is overlapping the braids and locking them in that way. Pull the braid through and in. Pull my needle out. Go. Take out the excess on both sides. Go ahead and start spooling it. Right on, right on. There we go. What was that?
Get that tiger in there.
The 12.3, about 15 minutes. Yeah, from 600 yards out. Yeah. Yeah. I did a 13.2 tiger from 1,800 yards out to the beach in 18 to the beach in 35 minutes. I'm at 1,400 right here. I got a little bit of a gap.
Yeah, that's fine right there, man. That's perfect.
That's
I like that little.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of felt that. I was like, you know what? Let me ask him for it.
Yeah.
But you only had 300 yards of line on the reel.
Oh yeah.
You're way in there.
Good off.
So I gotta ask, why do you like the 200 on there?
Honestly, I don't know. I guess sticker. Honestly,
You've never tried using 130?
it's like good. More line capacity.
Way more line capacity, which means you can get cut off and cut off and cut off and
Still
keep
have some
and
line.
still have it. Where this one, you might get 2 cutoffs depending how much you lose. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. That's good. Maybe even 150. Put down a little bit.
Yeah. Because I got both. I got 150 and 130, and I'll be honest, all I use is 130.
Yeah. Well, trust me, I'll be back over here next.
Well, I haven't done the other
Stays
one.
off, man. We can do one.
Do one, leave it with the 200, and do the other one another color, so that way you know
Yeah.
that one's.
You got 150 there?
Yeah, I do. I got it in white. Got white. Chartreuse. Well, no, we got to do it a different color. So white. I think white, boss.
Yeah, we could probably do chartreuse too. I could probably tell by, just by looking at the tip over there.
Oh, you want chartreuse?
Yeah, that'll work.
They said I got white and chartreuse.
Yeah, we could do chartreuse. That'll work. Yeah, that's probably tell by looking at the beginning of the line.
Oh yeah, that and the well, yeah, the 130 is a bit darker too.
Yeah.
You see?
Oh, okay. That's perfect.
Awesome.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Here you go, boss. That. Now I need to. Yeah. I'm going to take that one down some too. Do you know how this one was pulled up? This one seems a bit tighter, but it still has some. You don't know?
I think you had to re-spool that one. You had undone it.
I'd already undid the.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take it down just a little bit
Yeah, just
because
get
that
some of that
looseness.
off.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Oh, you know what? I can actually go by hand up here. So I remember I did one of your reels. I just didn't remember which one it was.
Yeah, you did both of them, dude. They had that tape on the bottom.
Well, if I had did both of them, the tape would have been gone. Like I don't leave it. But this one, like I said, I don't remember. But it's you can hear it's a lot tighter than that one was. That one was straight sponge. So. Alright, now we're going to do 150 pound tight line hollow core. You know what, boss? I'm going to spool it up as is. Then I'm going to strip it all the way off, flip it so I can put the 130, the 150 underneath.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, so
That way the 200 is on top, but also too because it's got that tar or whatever,
Yeah.
and that way you can lose that
Oh, yeah.
and keep your spool clean and all
Yeah,
of that
that'll work.
stuff. So, alright.
that'll work.
Okay. Spool it. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, that was done by me. But I still need to put that 200 on top. So I need to spool it, not unspool it. What am I doing? I'm lost in sauce. Alright. So I caught myself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish spooling it. But you can definitely tell that that was done by us, because it's a lot cleaner. There we go. Over here, boss. Yeah, you. 1,500 yards. That's just what I added. That's not including. Yeah, I didn't down spool it because I needed to at least mark the line because you wanted it the same way as the other one, flush like that, right? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm down spool it, flip it, and then put it to where the blue is on top. But that just already gives you an idea how much more line capacity you got. So. There. Oh yeah. Now I need spool. Let's see, is this the one I got in here? Sure does. Okay, good. Okay. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this braid off. I'm going to put it onto another spool. Put it onto this spool, and then I'm going to do it to another spool, and I'm going to flip the braid. That's one of the biggest, beautiful things about polyfoil braid. We can work it. We can really, really work it. And so like I said, since this is just to go on there so I can do it, I'm just going to put a real simple knot just so I can hold the line. take this off. And yeah, that was my Anaconda knot there. That ain't moved. Not one bit. Yeah, this is the reel I did.
What was that?
The Anaconda knot was on there.
Yeah, you did that one.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else builds rods around here? Other than Roy's, obviously.
I've got a couple rod builders that build rods for us.
You know, Steadfast, right?
Steadfast, Rain Shadow, FTU, CUI. Yeah, we got.
I got a Steadfast at the house, man, 10 footers.
Mhm.
I would like to get 2 more built, man.
I don't know why I took that. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't. Yeah, no, bring him in. We can. Do you have all the parts for it, or is it just rod?
No, I don't have nothing. I have to get everything ordered.
Well, we have it all the parts here. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, you would pay for all the parts and the labor, and that's what you would pay. So. But yeah, I just need to know what kind of wrap you want on there, which parts are that we're gonna go with, and we can get you set up. And right now we're at a pretty decent turnaround time too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you did see? Have you gotten into the drawing for the Mahi rod and reel combo?
No.
I got that Dorado MX JX Raptor right there. That's on where the regular weights are at. Straight. Yeah. Oh, you passed it.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. Dang it. Let me pull these down. And this one is exactly like that one, except it's the line platform. Same length and everything, so it's I think that one's a 20 to 40 or 20 to 50, and this one's the next size up. What is up with this? Oh crap. All the dang spool deals broke. Shoot, I'm glad I'm not working this one for. This one's gonna be like this sucks. Definitely gonna throw that spool away. There we go. Now we can. We're on the road again. Yes. Spooling, spooling, spooling. Got the Anaconda knot, got the 150 back on top after I've inverted the line. So this will allow me to put the 200-pound hollow core braid on top of the 150, thus giving him a lot more line capacity. So, time to close it out. Oh, gotta come around there. I'm glad I missed it on the first attempt. There, close that. I went around it twice, so I need to fix that. Yeah. So what I can do, see that I went around it twice. I thought I didn't catch it the first time, so I can do easy fix here without having to re-splice the whole thing. I will take the spool, the whole spool, through it. loop. Take out all the slack. And then now y'all can see the Anaconda knot cinched down. Just so y'all understand what's going on, I'm actually gripping the spool with just the braid. Alright, now I'm going to push it over. See how it's nice and loose? I'm going to hold the spool, and you're going to see me pull, and you're going to see it start to cinch down. See that? That's the Anaconda knot. Created by us here at Team Hard Lives Bait and Tackle on the Team Hard Life YouTube channel. $1,345 yards of 150 is what I added on top, which is pretty much the same line capacity as the other reel, complete with what I added on there. Yeah, so. And this worked out too, because I left when I spooled it onto the spool, the Anaconda nut, I left it intact, so it already has a splice at the end for you.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Right.
1,650 yards total now. So you had a shorter amount of 200-pound test is what it boils down to. So, yeah.
I'll get rid of that.
It's about the same, 300 yards. Yeah, it was 300. The other one had 300 yards. This one had 300 yards.
Yeah, they looked about the same.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. 1,650 yards with 150 and 200-pound top shot.